Okay, let's get something clear that a lot of people are getting wrong. If your confidence makes other people feel small, it makes them feel uncomfortable or like they've been talked over for 5 minutes straight, that is not confidence. That is insecurity with a megaphone. So today in this video, we're going to talk about the truth around confidence. And I'm talking about the real kind, not the kind that's all bark and bravado, but there's no backbone. And if you've ever felt like you're faking it, or like confidence is this maybe mystical quality that other people seem to just have, and you don't, well, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where real confidence comes from and also how to start building it for yourself. Here's the thing. We've been sold a lie. You see, confidence, it isn't about being the loudest voice in the room. It's not about walking into a meeting, puffing up your chest and steamrolling over everybody with your big opinions and your buzzwords. Thing is, that's what we often see, and it's what we think confidence might be. And when we see it and we don't act like that, we then start to think, well, I guess I'm just not that confident. But let me ask you this. Have you ever felt smaller around somebody who is confident? Because that's not your lack of confidence that is showing up. That is their fake confidence that is making you shrink. It is making people around them feel smaller. You see, real confidence, it makes people feel safe. It creates space. It invites connection, and it doesn't need to dominate every single situation, because real confidence already knows its worth. So here's how you can tell the difference. So fake confidence, that is about proving. It's that whole look at me, listen to me, please tell me that I'm enough. But that kind of confidence, that fake confidence, most of the time it's driven by fear. The fear maybe of being found out, the fear of rejection, the fear of not being good enough. And it's a performance. Real confidence, though, that is about knowing. It's that voice saying, I don't need to prove anything. I know who I am, and that's what I bring to the table. And here's the kicker. You can look confident. You can do all of the right things. You can even get the applause, and you can still have that voice inside your head going, they're going to find out that you're faking it. That sounds familiar. I've experienced it too. Here's what most people don't realize. Confidence, it doesn't start with skills or magic words or standing in front of the mirror chanting affirmations, pretending to be Wonder Woman. So confidence, it's not an app that you download. It is your operating system. So you can install all of the confidence hacks that you like, the power poses, the conversation starters, the voice projection techniques. But if your system is running an old code, like maybe I'm not good enough, or they're going to judge me, it doesn't matter how many fancy apps you add on, the system, it's going to crash the moment that life throws something unexpected your way. Real confidence, it starts at the core. It's quiet. It's a steady belief that you are safe, that you're okay, even when things start to go a little bit sideways. It's that knowing that you can handle whatever's coming. And most of us, we're still running on this default setting that we didn't even choose. Stuff that we picked up as kids, like don't speak up, play it safe, keep everybody happy. That's why in Mine Academy, we focus on upgrading the operating system, not just teaching these surface level tactics. Because once you rewrite the code, once you start installing beliefs that actually serve you, then the whole thing starts to click, and the tactics and the tricks, they then become effective. All that being said, let's get a little bit tactical inside this video, because I want to share with you 4 simple ways that you can start to build, or as I like to say, start to reveal real confidence. And you can start doing them today. Very quickly though, before we get into the little tactical pieces, if this video has been helpful so far, please hit that like button. So what is the first thing that we can do? The first one is to name that voice. So name the inner critic, give it a name. So it could be like Negative Nancy, Doubtful Dave, Doubt FM, whatever it is. You see, once you name this inner voice, you start to create a separation. You start to create a disassociation between you and this voice. And it becomes a voice. It becomes something that isn't your truth anymore. Instead, you'll sort of go, when that voice comes in, you start to go, oh, okay, here comes Negative Nancy. I do apologize to any Nancys out there. I'm sure that you're all very lovely. The second thing that we can do is to call out the nonsense. So if this voice that comes up, write it down. So maybe an example is that the voice comes up saying, I'm not good enough. I want you to write it down and then imagine saying that to a 6-year-old version of you. I'm pretty sure that if you imagine that, you wouldn't say that. You just wouldn't say that to a 6-year-old version of yourself. So why are you saying it to yourself now? So the third thing is we can shift our goal. Think of it like this. Confidence isn't that they'll like me. Confidence is I'll be okay if they don't. You see, that small shift, it changes everything. And as a bit of a side note here, I believe that this whole idea stems from a Stoic principle of defining the worst possible outcome. I think this is known as the premeditatio malorum. I think that's how it's said. But this encourages thinking about the potential negative outcomes so that you can prepare yourself emotionally and reduce the fear of the unknown, allowing for a more resilient response to the challenge or the adversity that's coming in. And the fourth and the final thing in this video is to make space, create space. So next time that you walk into a room, instead of thinking, how do I impress them? Ask yourself, how can I help others feel seen? You see, that is leadership. That is real influence, and that is real confidence. I want to finish off this by saying, look, you're not broken. You're not missing anything. You just need to clear out the noise that's inside your head. You need to unlearn the old patterns and the old scripts and reconnect with what's already inside of you. And that's what we do inside Mind Academy. We build real confidence, not that performative kind of confidence, which we mentioned back at the beginning of the video. Because confidence, it isn't about being the loudest. It's about being the most grounded, most clearest, the one who can hold space for others and also for yourself. So tell me in the comments, what is the one situation where you wish you had more confidence? And if this video has been helpful, then please hit that like button. Not only does it help this channel, it also means that more people who might need to hear this will get to see it. And now that you finished this one, why don't you check out this video?